Hey guys, I'm Ayana Hanaya, and this is Ayana Hanaya in Your Business. So this is it. This is like officially episode one. So I know I recorded episode one already, but that was just like an intro to the podcast. It wasn't really, a full episode on the podcast. But when I uploaded it, it wouldn't let me do episode zero point 0.5 or episode 1 point, whatever. I don't know. It wouldn't let me do a point. So I just had to put episode one. But this is officially episode one. I'm excited. I'm excited. So this episode is all about how to start an online business with no money, zip $0. Okay, it's definitely possible. Number one, before anybody says it's not, yes, it is. Um, and outside of the fact that it's definitely possible, it's definitely easier if you have a little bit of money to work with. But if you don't, it's still 100% possible to start a business with no money online in 2019. Okay? Okay. I just want to say, first of all, to all you entrepreneurs out there who decided I'm going to open up my own online store, congratulations. Seriously. Like, congratulations. Congratulations. Just deciding to open up a business is a huge, huge step. So you should be proud of yourself. Realistically, just speaking for myself only, I know deciding that I'm gonna work out or deciding that I'm gonna get out the bed and deciding that I'm gonna go to the grocery store and deciding that I'm gonna get up and go to work. Like, it's hard deciding you're gonna do something. It's hard doing stuff you're supposed to do every day. So it's definitely hard to do something that you don't have to do, but you just want to do. It's hard. It's just hard. That's all I'm saying. It's hard. So the fact that you decided you're going to open up your very own business by yourself, for yourself, and you're actually doing it, that's a big deal. You already completed the first step. So clap, clap, clap. I don't know how to add clapping sounds yet. So round of applause. Okay. So now we're going to jump right in. The first thing that you should do when you want to open up your very own online store is decide what you want to sell and what drop shipping company you're going to use to sell it. So here's the thing. If you want to sell stuff, you want to have an online store, but you don't have any money and you're not making the stuff by yourself at home with no money, then you need to use a drop shipping company. It's very easy to find one. You can Google it, or you can go on Instagram and buy somebody's drop shipping vendor list, but you can also Google it and find out very specifically what it is you want to sell. Find out if what you want to sell ships from China or Russia or California or New York. All that stuff matters because that's going to play into shipping time and not just where it is, but what it is. It's going to play into shipping time too. If you want to sell huge mattresses or bed frames, then you have to think about, well, how much is this going to cost in shipping? So how much money will I lose in shipping? Just it's a bunch to think about, but you definitely want to decide what you want to sell and find the best dropshipping company to do it. For those of you who want to do like private labeling, or you're like, I want to just order stuff and have inventory in my home, that's great, but this one isn't for you because that stuff involves money. Okay. Um, and if you're working with a budget of a serious $0, then you're gonna need to find a dropshipping company that is okay with you paying them as you go. So when I say paying them as you go, I mean there's some dropshipping companies that make you pay them a monthly fee in order to utilize their services. So that's not paying as you go. But then you have some drop shipping services that allows you to pay them as you get paid. So let's say, for example, Susie places an order for 12 t-shirts. So you're going to go on your computer and go into the drop shipping company you use and say 12 t-shirts for Susie to ship here. If their profit is 50%, then they're going to go ahead and take their 50 and give you your 50 and ship out your shirts. Or if the way they have it set up is you just pay them the 50% and you pocket the 50% from the seller. So I probably said that a little bit twisted, so I'll say it again so it makes sense. Some drop shipping places you can set up a website through them, so when somebody places an order, it actually goes to them first. So that would be the case where they took their money off the top and then just gave you what's left. But then others, you actually upload your order into their platform, and when you upload your order, you just pay them the difference directly. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah. Well, anyway, that's what you have to do. Find one that will let you pay them after and not on a monthly basis, since starting out you don't have money on a monthly basis. But that's just month one, because month two you're gonna have some money. So number two, come up with a name. So I think you should come up with a name after you decide what you want to sell. Some clients I've worked with before, they came up with the name first, and then they purchased their domain and picked out their brand colors, got their logo done, and then they hated the name and the colors because it didn't go with what they decided they wanted to sell. Somebody specific, actually, her name was beautiful that she picked out, but she decided she wanted to sell animal products, like animal t-shirts, doggy bones, doggy bowls. And the name she picked out, she felt like, man, I really love this name, but it doesn't go with what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to sell. Where I felt like if she would have figured out what she wanted to sell first, then the name could have flowed a little bit. The things that she would have thought about, the name she would have jotted down, would have made more sense for what she already knew she was selling. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're like, no, I already know my business name is going to be Triumph, and all the shirts that I sell, they're going to have some type of quote on it saying how you can get over, something and get over a hurdle, and how you made it out triumphantly, then okay, great. But for those of you who really just don't know, you just know that you want to do it, I say research what you want to sell first and then come up with the name after, so that way you don't have to go backwards and try to figure out a name all over again because you don't like the name that you chose before you chose your product. Okay, enough rambling. Number three, so you got what you want to sell, you got the name. Now you need to come up with a business plan, your brand, and your logo. So I say you should have a branding board that will help you determine, what your brand will be and how your brand will look visually. On your branding board, go have the colors you want to use, truthfully, me, on a branding board, I like to cut out pictures from a magazine of what I think I want my business to look like, and I'll put that on a branding board. And then I also like to type up a business plan or write out a business plan and tape it to the board, and then print out the logo and put it on the board. So that way I have my logo, my business plan, and all of my brand theme ideas on one. So kind of like a branding business vision board, I guess. A BBV. Yeah, I like that, BBV. And of course, your business is not going to look exactly like, what it is that you cut out of a magazine, but it kind of gives you just more of an inspiration to be like, oh, this is what I'm working towards. It's not going to be exact, but it's, it could be close, as close as possible. I like to use Canva. Canva helps keep it very simple, and you can make your logo on Canva. You can actually print out your business plan template on Canva. You don't have to go and pay somebody to create your business plan. You don't have to go and pay somebody to download a template for a business plan. Just go to Google and type in how to write a business plan or how to make a business plan, and just make it happen, okay? Do that. Number four, you're going to have to choose your hosting platform. So again, if you're working with a budget of zero, which is you are, because that's what this is about, so duh, Ayana, okay? With this budget of zero, you're probably going to go and want to be with like Big Cartel, something like that allows you to have items up for sale. But the only thing is, if you can't purchase, a monthly plan or a yearly plan, a lot of times the hosting platforms, they make you use, but you're not allowed to have as many products uploaded. So like, I think for Big Cartel, the minimum or the maximum is like 9 or 10 products for a plan that you don't pay for. And then at $10 a month, it's like 25 products. So I think that Big Cartel would be like the best step if you really feel like I can't invest, any money into a hosting site right now. But truthfully, if you can save up just a little bit and put a little bit of money aside to make monthly payments for something, I would go with the Square Weebly option. Again, you're gonna go and research all this stuff yourself and decide which hosting platform works for you. But with Square/Weebly, and I say that because they're together now, they have plans starting at like $16 a month where you can have unlimited products. And on top of the fact that you have unlimited products, they don't charge you extra to have like a payment processing because it's through Square. So you just get charged, the 2.7% or whatever Square charges for every sale that you make, plus the $16 a month. I feel like that's the cheapest and best option. Now, it's not the cheapest compared to ones that are like $10 a month, but like I said, the difference is for a cheaper plan, you'll be restricted on how many items you can actually have for sale, where with the Weebly Square option, you can sell as many things as you want to, as long as when they check out, Square gets that little bit of a percentage. But realistically, whatever platform you use, whatever processing system you use, they're gonna take a percentage anyway when you check out. So I feel like going with Square is just better, and it's just smart because you could just get both out the way. They give you freedom over how to design your website, and you can publish it without having to purchase a domain. If you want to create your own domain from GoDaddy, you can do that afterwards, after you make your first sale. But if you're not there yet, you can still publish your site, and it'll just be like, this is my site.weebly.com, which is completely fine if you're just starting out. So yes. The next one would be to come up with a marketing strategy. So here's the thing about marketing. Marketing costs money, right? But there's so many ways that you actually can market without money. But I think that the ways depend on the business. So, if a budget is not a factor, then you're gonna have to utilize social media. You're gonna have to get a serious email list because it's free to send out an email. It's free to post on Facebook and Pinterest and YouTube and Instagram and Tumblr and LinkedIn. Like, all these social media outlets are free to post on. And if you build a really good email list, you can send out an email. I mean, I wouldn't, but you can send out an email 3 or 4 times a day if you want to these people. And it's just free marketing. It's just about having, enough people signed up. But you can do it. And you can also just get nitty and gritty and pass out flyers. I did that before. And I didn't get a whole lot of business from it because I didn't really do it for that long, because truthfully I felt silly. But I shouldn't have felt silly. I should have been like, no, this is my business and I'm passing out cards, I'm passing out flyers. But that wasn't my feeling then. But now my feeling is no feeling silly, this is my business. So, you could pass out flyers. Let's stick with the animal business. If your business is strictly about animals, then one Saturday afternoon, sit outside of a Petco or a PetSmart. I don't know if this is legal, so you can just research that later too. But sit outside of a Petco or sit outside of a PetSmart, and every time you see somebody walking out, give them your card. Hey, I saw you shopping at PetSmart. Here's an online store you can shop at for your pet too. Bye. I don't know what you'll say or how your pitch will be, but it's free. So there's a lot of ways to get your business out there for free. You just have to find them. I know where I live at, IHOP does this thing where every Wednesday between, I think it's 6:30 and 10:30 a.m., it's open for small business owners to just come and connect and meet each other. And it's free. And you go there, you give out your card, you talk to people, and you let them know, this is what I do. And that's free marketing right there. So get on Eventbrite, see what types of events are going on, where you can be at that doesn't cost you any money, that's not too far from your house. Sometimes there's even just social events that go on where you can just advertise for yourself by yourself. So get serious about, your marketing strategy, because if you don't have money to put into it and you have an online based business, it's going to be difficult, but it can get done. And again, remember, you're only not making money right away. After your first month of business, and I'm just, we're being hopeful here. After your first month of business, you're going to be making money. The cash is going to be flowing in. So even if you're making $200 a month, I would go and take that $200 a month and put it right back into the business. And so that way, the month after, you're making $400. Take that $400, put it right back into the business. Then you're making $800. So keep putting into your business after you get it. But for right now, don't take the free stuff and let it run. Use the free stuff until you have the money for better and bigger resources. Okay. Number 6, design virtual thank you cards. And I say that because all online platforms don't let you send out a thank you for your purchase, like an automated email. All of them don't do it for free. Some of them make you pay to just say thank you to your client or your customer for a purchase. So if you just go ahead and set that up yourself, you can even go back, like I said, to Canva and get fancy and make thank you for shopping at this place with me. Get 15% off your next order, design it. And when you get a purchase, go and email it to them straight from, your business email account. And your business email account can be just yourbusiness@gmail.com until you have enough money to purchase your own email, like info@yourbusiness.com. Which those things are not very costly, but do it in your second month. So a little recap. First thing you're going to do, decide what you want to sell and which dropshipping company that you're going to use. Then you're going to come up with a name. Then you're going to develop your brand and your logo and your business plan. Then you're going to choose your hosting platform. Then you're going to come up with a marketing strategy, design some virtual thank you cards, and then you're going to plan your launch. And it's going to be a successful launch because you already know how you're going to market it. You know how you're going to advertise. You know the name. You know what you're selling. Your business is set up. So plan your launch. Have a set date for when you want to launch. What's today? August 25th? Okay, so I know that October 1st, I want to launch my business. So now you have that timeline, so you can say week 1 in September, I need to come up with a name and come up with a product. Week 2, I need to have my brand and my logo and my business plan done. Week 3 and week 4, I need to build the site, because remember, you have to build your site. Okay, so I guess I should have rewinded a little bit, but again, I don't know how to rewind it yet and go back and insert it, so I'm just gonna say it here. You have to build your site. So I left that out when I said to figure out what site you want to use. You're also building it because you're doing it by yourself for yourself. So you really do need to pick out some time in your schedule where you're gonna give yourself space and peace and quiet, or with music or with whatever, and build your site. Sometimes it's stressful building your own site because you either overdo it or you underdo it, or you feel like it's never enough and you kind of just give up on it. But don't give up on it. For starters, just throw your logo on there, put the name up there somewhere, throw the products in there, and save it. And just remember that everything is a work in progress. So it's 100% okay if, it's 100% okay if you publish your website and it's not at 100%. You know what I mean? It's okay. You can keep working on it and keep adding to it as you go. Like, there's no rule that says that you can't change it once you started it, or you can't change it once you publish it. There's nothing that says that. So, yeah, just get up, get out there, do it. You got it. After you're done building your website, after you're done marketing, after you have your thank yous in place, after you know where your stuff is shipping from, how it's going to get to where it's going, after all that stuff is set up, which is all for free, then launch. Say, all right, you guys, I'm launching my business on October 1st. When you're giving out flyers, make sure the flyers say October 1st. Give people an incentive. If you shop on the first day that we open, you get 10% off your order. you know, and again, that's something you can do when you build your website too. A lot of times they let you type in what kind of coupon you want to give people. So yeah, you can do that. There's so many things you could do. I'm excited. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for me too, because I've been talking about this pet thing. I think I want to open up an online pet store. I don't really like a whole bunch of pets. I just like some pets. I like dogs and I like cats. And I like fish. I like fish. Funny story, super side note. So I was in Florida with my sisters, right? And I was like, it's a pool of fish swimming around me. And she was like, it's a what? And I'm like, a pool of fish. I'm like, I can't be in here, it's a pool. And she's like, what? And I was like, a pool of fish. That's what you call it when it's a bunch of fish. And she was like, a school of fish. It's a school. And I was like, oh, my bad. But anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope that you learned something. Feel free to email me at ayanahanaya@gmail.com if you have any questions, if it's anything that you want me to talk about, or, you know, critique me. Let me know. This is my official first episode, so let me know if you feel like something could have been better, or something could have been added, or something could have been different. Let me know. I'm all ears. But yes, thank you guys so much.